Hello and good evening. Welcome to another edition of Inside the Burrow, the FAU podcast for and by fans, brought to you by FAUOwlsNest.com. My name is Dan, known as FAU for Show on the forum. I'm here with Jack, known as Jack on the forum, and Aaron, known as USMC. Al, how you guys doing tonight?
Ben, how you doing?
What's up, guys?
I'm well. I'm a little tired. I'm a little sad.
Why are you sad?
Trying to get over this weekend, and so tonight we're going to talk mostly about the Florida game, and then we'll talk a little bit about Old Dominion and kind of what the implications are for that. But I think really just to kind of dive right in, what was it? Final score 20-14. Took the number 8 team into overtime in the swamp. Just probably about was really other than the win was really all you could ask for. I mean, it was everything. Just I was watching the game and you just think like, all right, when is Florida going to break it open? When are we going to get that turnover? When's it going to be run back for a touchdown? Things like that, and it just like never came. I mean, there was the that one turnover that they eventually scored on, but there wasn't the backbreaker type thing.
No, and it wasn't. I mean, we even forced a turnover ourselves that turned into a defensive score for us. That strip sack, fumble with the other quarterback, that the ball bounced all the way in the end zone. OC Rose following on it for his, what was it? I heard like 4th or 5th defensive touchdown of the year or something like that. Defense playing up big. I'm going to admit it. I was skeptical. I was flipping back and forth the game. I wasn't going to watch it because like every other Owl fan in the nation thought this was going to be a blowout, and turned into be very, very entertaining game. Then when the game went in overtime, I put on Facebook. I typed in "holy" and a whole bunch of gibberish. We tied Florida, a holy bunch of gibberish. We're going to overtime in Florida. Then, like every other Owl fan and a lot of SEC folks and a lot of people around the nation that were also tweeting this, we got hosed in overtime. Blatant defensive holding on Florida against Stoshak, and I don't know why they didn't call defensive pass interference in the end zone. I don't know. I'm not going to be that guy because Wisconsin got screwed over by the Big Ten refs. So,
well, Aaron, I'm disappointed to hear that you weren't watching the game. You didn't have faith at first. I was there in Gainesville with a very solid amount of other FAU students. We had a great time. Going back to what you said, Dan, talking about how we were just waiting for that one turnover, waiting for that big run. I was definitely waiting for Taylor or even Jordan Scarlett to just run it right down our throats for a huge gash, 50 to 60 yards.
Yeah.
And that happened any minute now. We're just waiting for it, and we just kept hanging in there. It was something special. When they went up 14-0, we started thinking, okay, well, at least, we're not going to be pulled around for a bit. And then, that offensive drive we had there ending in a oh, my goodness. The touchdown on third and goal, Caleb Woods. Thank you, Caleb Woods. And then, minutes later in fourth quarter, the fumble for a touchdown. That was insane. And if any of the fans, by the way, you have to listen to Ken Levicka's call of that touchdown, of that tying touchdown. It is something to behold. It'll put a smile on your face. And our reaction in the stadium was just as crazy, if not crazier. Complete pandemonium and then silence everywhere else in the stadium. It was fantastic.
Yeah. I was following the game, and when you see that happen, first of all, shout out to Trey Hendrickson, Conference USA Defensive Player of the Year, or Defense Player of the Week. He's now tied. I don't know who he's tied with, but he's tied at FAU for the all-time sacks record. But he's only a junior, so he's probably going to break that. I'm glad that we get him for another year. But when you see that happen, you're just like, that did not just happen. I mean, it's like, and being from the time I was an undergrad, being on the program since 2005. Every time we play a big game, every time we play a big school, and you see other schools pull this off, You saw FIU do it a couple times. For goodness sake, Georgia Southern did it last year, or Georgia State. I can never remember.
Georgia Southern did it a couple years ago against UF when they were still FCS, and they almost did it again last Saturday against Georgia. That game also.
That's true. And I just kept thinking like, when is this gonna happen to us? When are we gonna get this? When are we gonna get this win? And I thought when we took it to overtime, I was like, our defense has been stout, and I was like, we've got a chance. Like even going to overtime, I was like, this is our absolute best chance at this, and just a bummer.
I was saw that play in which Florida scored the go-ahead touchdown in overtime, and I was like, our guys were like got in too close together and bumped when their tight end turned, and I was like, you gotta be kidding me! Did they forget everything that the coach?
Yeah. Someone has to be on the. Oh, sorry, Aaron. Go ahead.
I'm just saying you don't get that close when you're trying to bring a guy down an open field until you do what my coach always taught me: box them in. One way or the other.
You got to contain him in that situation. And Aziz Al-Shair, he's so fast. He just over pursued a little bit. Sherrod Niesman, I'm pretty sure Sherrod Niesman was on the cover there, the senior corner or safety, senior defensive back, how the outside. Aziz had the inside, and they were just so fast, they over pursued. And he's a freshman. He's going to learn. He's a fantastic player. I'm pretty sure he leads a team in tackles. Someone correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah.
Okay. So, and just a freshman, and it just goes to show how talented these guys are. And he's going to learn. I couldn't do any better. I don't think anyone else really in the situation could have done any better. So, I'm proud of the guys. I mean, we outgained number 8 team in the nation, 299 yards to 252. We had awful field position just about the entire game. Buddy just went off. He did a great job. Like you said earlier, Trey Hendrickson did a great job. Brandon Bryant. You just got to be proud of the effort that they had, that they displayed there. You just had to be proud of it.
And, I'm not one for moral victories, but if there was ever a moral victory, this would be one.
It has to be.
It has to be. We had this was our best chance ever to beat a team like this. And,
I mean, we all went out in Midtown and we celebrated it as if it was a victory, almost. We're out there. I mean, seriously, there's hundreds of FAU students out there, and we're all just chanting FAU, and we're singing songs and the whole thing as if it's a victory.
So. This is going to sound probably pretty dramatic, but I think this game saved our season, if you could, and what I mean by that is this gave us, and especially if we can beat ODU this weekend, which we'll move on to them in a second. But if with this game and beating ODU this weekend, it may sound drastic by saying this saved the season, but if you look back, like now we have some sort of momentum. We have something that we can go to the fans, something that we can go to the recruits, to the other coaches and say, look, I mean, we were close. Come be a part of this. Like, you see that we're building, and forget that we're 3-9 because you look at the last 2 games of the season. So that's what I mean when I say this saved the season for us, because it really could. Because what if we lose against Florida and then we go against and lose against Old Dominion? What are you selling fans the next year? What are you selling recruits? Like, how do you tell them, oh, hey, we went 3-9 last year and we went 2-10 this year? So I think it was certainly exciting. It got us. We were a nationwide conversation for a long, long time, and of course, it's always great to do it to the Gators. So
yeah, and
absolutely,
you definitely hit it on the head with the recruits, and that's something Partridge should definitely go to coaches in different high schools, especially coaches have. Look, we've been saying we took the number 8 team in the country to overtime and came within a hair's breadth of beating them. But like I said, we got to go beat Old Dominion to basically say it was successful what we did against Florida.
Yeah. So close. So close. I was shaking, literally trembling the entire fourth quarter of excitement.
As was I. Soon, one day.
Yeah.
Maybe next year. I don't know who our biggest. Who do we play next year? I know
Well, the out of conference of the big ones include K-State and at Miami. Then the other out of conference games include hosting Southern Illinois, a really solid FCS team, traditionally pretty solid.
Yeah.
Ball State at home.
Okay.
So
all right. Well, I guess we'll kind of turn our attention to Old Dominion, and we are games this Saturday at noon on American Sports Network. We're currently the last what Rick posted in the forum was we're 5.5 favorites, which hopefully we come to play. I think the coach said the injuries, nobody. Well, I say nobody of impact. Quiz, they're still evaluating his ankles. Trey, when he didn't say anything about Trey Rodriguez, Nate Ozdemir was going through concussion protocol, I think, and Caleb Woods, I was also going through concussion protocol. But we're definitely not players of severe impact. Again, I think this is obviously it's a game that we can win and that we should win. Especially according to Vegas. And I think to me, everything depends on the offense and specifically Quest Johnson. What kind of game is Quest Johnson going to have? Is he going to hit receivers that are when they're open, which he missed a couple in Florida? He's probably not going to be able to run like he has if his ankles are still messed up. But I think that's what it's going to come down to. So just my opinion.
Yeah, and I mean, if this is the team that pretty much we were supposed to dominate last year at home, and we laid up an egg against. And Jack said before the show they sell out every game up there in Norfolk. If folks that don't know where Old Dominion is located in the Norfolk area, but they're like us. They're a program on the rise up there in Norfolk. So. It'll be interesting to watch and listen to. It's also Thanksgiving weekend, so depends on what the family wants to do. Listen via smartphone.
Well, I wouldn't say that we were supposed to dominate them last year. Remember, they had Tyler Heineke, who is probably going to go down as one of the most underrated Conference USA quarterbacks.
Definitely.
He was really something special. He really helped build that program to one where they, sell out every game, which is kind of the level they're at now. So going over Old Dominion, one player already said that this is their Super Bowl, that this is their opportunity to go to a bowl game. This is their first year being eligible for a bowl game. Last year they won 6 games, if I remember correctly. But being a FBS transitional, they were not eligible for a bowl game. They're 5-6. This is it. Biggest game in program history right here. Expect another sellout. Expect it to be chilly. It really is their Super Bowl. They mean it. What's going on in our favor is their starting quarterback is going to be out. David Washington, solid talent. In his place is going to be Schuler Bentley. He's a redshirt freshman. I met him at Conference USA Media Days here in Boca. He's a really nice kid, really good guy. We'll see how he'll do under pressure as a redshirt freshman in this big game situation. Ray Lowry, their running back, is also hurt. Their starting running back is also hurt. So I'm not too sure on his status as of right now, but we'll see if he gets limited time or if he doesn't play at all. I really do believe that the key to the game is going to have to be our D-line against their offensive line. They're not too good on 3rd and 4th down conversions. So if we're able to dominate up front, force 3rd and long type situations, I think the game can really be into our favor.
Yeah, I would agree. And I think the trend this year is the defense has given the offense a chance to win the game, and very rarely has the offense done that. I mean, even you look back at the Charlotte win, defense won that game. And the FIU win, defense put that game away. That was by far the best offensive game of the year, other than Tulsa when we had a healthy Quez Johnson. So, will the defense continue? And it seems if ODU is limited on offense, our defensive line and defense might be able to take advantage of that. But is defense going to give the offense a chance to win, and are they going to take advantage of that? So, it'll certainly be interesting. It would be great. It would be great to close the season out after how awful the year has been. I wouldn't say the ups and downs. I would say the down and downers of the year, to kind of end on a little upswing. Like I said, being able to sell something to recruits and to fans. But it's going to be hopefully it'll be an enjoyable weekend while I'm eating my 13th turkey sandwich of the weekend. So any final thoughts, gentlemen?
Pretty much for the game on Saturday, expect to see veterans and a lot of veterans and probably a lot of military at the game too. I know it's a long weekend. A lot of guys up there fly home to go see their folks, but it's Norfolk. If you guys never been around that area, it's a huge military town. It's it's the shipbuilding center for the United States Navy, where our aircraft carriers are built. So expect to see a lot of construction workers there probably in the game too, enjoying their weekend off. It'll be loud and rowdy. Yeah,
it will definitely be loud. But it's our guys have been in those situations before, whether it's Alabama, Nebraska, the Swamp. I don't think it really intimidates our guys much. And I don't mean any disrespect to the Old Dominion fans when I say that. I just think that we've gotten so used to being in this type of situation for so many times.
It should have zero effect on our third-year starting quarterback.
Yeah. Younger guys is a different story, but at the same time, this is a very young Old Dominion team. They have a lot of pressure on them. It's all what the media is going to be talking about up there. So that goes both ways. That kind of pressure, and with the fans and everything. So the thing I'm more concerned about is their defense is solid. If our offense continues to struggle, hopefully we can get some better field position than we did against UF. That we can get some field goals if we can't really move the ball too well. And then maybe if it's going to be cold, I'm not really sure what the forecast is, but it's late November in Norfolk, Virginia. You can assume it's going to be a bit chilly. It's probably not going to go to our favor. So that's two things I'm really worried about. But besides that, I'm pretty confident that the seniors are going to want to go out with a win. Jensen and Quez are going to play well. Defense is going to play well. Brennan Bryant and all of them, the seniors on that side, Cravon LeBlanc.
Yeah.
They're definitely going to try their hardest to go out with the W here.
Yeah. Hopefully. Well, like I said, the game's on American Sports Network, so check your local listings for that one. And game starts at noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific, and we'll certainly I'll be watching from home, and we'll hope that we pull out an Owls win. So this will be one of our last episodes. We'll probably do a little bit of a season wrap up in the next couple of weeks, and then we'll go from there. So as always, my name is Dan, FAU for show. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for Aaron and Jack, and have a great night. Go Owls.
Owls, happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Go Owls. Good luck on finals.